And now, Knock 2 Studios presents Common Censored.
What's up, web warriors? And welcome back to Common Censored. It's Tuesday, the 2nd of the new year. And I'm Lord Sterling.
It's your boy Truck for the Drake.
Dre, Happy New Year, brother. Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Happy New Year's. Appreciate it, bro.
How's your week going so far? It's going. It's going, yeah. I feel it,
motherfucking it. It's going.
Yep, shit is going. And let's start the show with something a little bit lighthearted today before we get into all the heavy craziness that's going on. Let's see. I've got an interesting video here about some strange physics. This is from World of Engineering at engineers_feed on X. And they're posting this crazy video. Copper is not a magnetic metal. Therefore, copper and magnet do not exactly attract each other. But a very strange behavior occurs when a large copper plate and a strong neodymium magnet are put together. And take a look at this. This is some weird, freaky physics stuff.
String.
Oh, here, rewind.
I've got this really strong magnet on this string, and it actually creates a force field on the surface of this copper. It's not attracted to copper like iron is, but watch this. If I swing it along the surface, it's dragged. Now up here it won't do that.
Friction.
But just above the surface of the metal creates an electromagnetic force field. You'll see that the magnet is swinging very normally above the copper, but if I get down close enough to the surface, it stops. And watch this. This is really cool.
So weird. Oh man, that's freaky.
I've got this really strong magnet.
So yeah, neodymium, Mama Mac, is a type of rare earth metal magnet, I believe. A couple of years ago, I was walking along, and bam, I stepped on a sewing needle that was in the rug, right? And a little piece of it broke off into my foot. And I got it x-rayed. It's there, and I couldn't get it out. And it's kind of hard to be able to get it out, apparently, knowing exactly where to cut to make an incision if you were going to try to surgically extract it. So what I did was I bought a bunch of neodymium magnets and put them right near it didn't work. It just, but it was worth a shot, Oh, man. Yep. So the world is currently braced for the release of the Epstein client list. 150 names from the client list going to be made public this week. We had some other information actually come out. In the meantime, it seems that there are flight logs, right?
Yeah, there's flight logs. It's crazy, bro. So they're trying to. So the article I seen was from Newsweek, and it said flight logs reveal that Bill Clinton and Trump were on the Lolita Express. The only thing is Donald Trump was on the Lolita Express in 1993, 1994, 1997 twice, so 4 times.
Yep.
But he never went to the island. He never went to the
that's
island.
Good. And also he
then
banned
in 2002 he banned Epstein
there you go.
from Mar-a-Lago for hitting on one of his close friends' daughters back in 2002, called him a creep. He also cooperated and gave information that led to him being
same wavelength
incited. Right. So
willingly cooperated with law enforcement.
It's funny. It's funny how they're making everything's about Donald Trump. Every
Yep.
single thing is about Trump. Like, hey man, talk about De Niro. We know he's gonna be on the list. I mean, what?
Oh, you think
What's
so?
like, bro? He's on the list. He's on the list. He's on the list. So, we can put out the disclaimer, but y'all gonna see he's on the list. There's already
Yeah,
been a
let
list
me.
that has been. There's already been a list that has been released that has several names on there, and De
Yeah,
Niro's
the
one of the
flight
people that's
logs
been to
here.
the island. Yeah, he's one of the people
we-
that been to that island. So
I got the video from that channel you showed me. Cancel this clothing.
yeah.
First, real quick, disclaimer: views expressed on Common Censored are only opinions. Assume everything we say is false and research for yourself. We are not giving medical, legal, or financial advice. The only advice we are giving is to think for yourself. Question authority. Think for yourself. Question authority. So yeah, this guy, you probably saw this video. This guy's cool as fuck, man. Cancel this clothing company at
Yeah.
Cancel Cloco. And so he's analyzing some of the flight logs here. He goes over the Trump part and mentions this guy Andy. But yeah, like you said, Trump was on there. You know, they honeypot people, so they invite people. Not everybody falls for it. Seems Trump never got that far into the agenda. Banned him. Cooperated with the investigation in Florida. The prosecutor said that he was like the only guy who was like, just let me know what
Willing
you
to come
need.
forward.
Yeah, yeah, I'll give you anything you want. And but yeah, so I think that the truth is on Trump's side in this one, and
And this
time
is
will
just
tell.
not us. This is not us just stating this is not just us having an opinion and making these statements fact. The actual prosecutor who prosecuted the case said this. This is not me and bro making
Yeah.
this up. So
Yep.
so there you go.
Yeah. So that came out a couple years ago that he did a big interview about how he went to all these powerful people and people were like, I'm not getting involved. But Trump was the only one that was like, whatever you need, let me know. Let's get this bastard. So yeah,
Yeah.
here's at Cancel Cloco.
They released Epstein's flight logs. They actually released Epstein's flight logs. They look like this. They are 118 pages long, running from like early 90s or maybe the late 80s, I forget, through to the early 2000s. And some names come up a lot. I have only just started looking into them, but the first name that caught my eye was Andy, just because he's on so many flights here and I don't know who he is. Plus, Andy is AS. You'll find out why in a second. And I can't
I was
help but
thinking
notice
maybe it
that
was
he's
Prince
on flights
Andrew.
like this one, which is Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Andy, and one female. Everyone has names on the list except for when there's one female, or sometimes there's two passengers unnamed. I think we all know what that means. And right here is the top of where Andy shows up, Andy Stewart. And from then on, he's known as Andy. And I've never heard of Andy Stewart. So we did a little Google. I couldn't help but notice that WikiSpooks was the third answer. And WikiSpooks is always spicy and exciting. Yup, didn't let us down. Andy Stewart died suddenly on April 7th, 2020, as Maria Farmer's lawyers were seeking to subpoena him for information on the Epstein case.
Bro.
Interesting. Seems like our boy Andy might have had some information on the Epstein case. Like, for example, here where Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Andy and two females went somewhere, and then they went somewhere with one female. And I'm not implying that like they offed her or anything. I'm just saying that he was on a number of these flights that have these unnamed passengers. Also found some of the Mark Middleton flights. He's an important name. And some of the Trump flights. There are several. I just wanted to show you guys what it's looking like and let you know this came out. I'm going to spend the next, 48 hours or whatever digging through this, and hopefully I won't find anything because I'm very happy with my life right now. And I would never do anything to endanger my life or to risk a scary accident or to, Clinton myself. So stay tuned.
To risk a
Isn't
scary
2024 exciting already? They released that.
Oh man. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. And then it turns out we will be getting the 150-ish names from the client list, which is more exciting to me than the flight logs. we're over here at Gateway Pundit with Jim Hoft laying it down. Oh God, he's so creepy, man. Like, I don't know. There's just something about him that's his eyes. People say that like when they're in his presence that it was like the devil. Who's it? Bill Gates' wife that said that, or Melinda Gates, or people have
I mean,
said like.
It's kind of like you got to take it at face value when it's coming from Melinda Gates. I mean, literally, your organization is up to some pretty demonic stuff itself. Okay, I mean, I can't,
Yeah,
like it has to
she
be
did.
for
She did.
somebody else
Yeah,
besides for you.
if
You
it's
know,
worse than what they're doing, it's got to be real bad.
I mean, in other countries, like you literally got ran out of certain countries for some of those things that you were giving to those people. Like they ran you out and said
Literally.
you cannot come back and basically do business ever here again. So you're using subsidiaries like the WHO or the WEF. I mean, hey, I'm just saying, like, we know that this guy did horrible things, but coming from her, like, you need to clean up your own backyard, okay? Hey, I'm just saying. You can divorce him all
Seriously.
you want. Everything
True.
you could divorce him you could divorce him all you want. Maybe she found out some things that he was doing. We don't know, but like you're still guilty of
Of the other stuff.
there's a southern word that ends with side, okay? CID.
Yeah.
And I feel like your organization is guilty of that, okay? Okay.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
And of course, it's allegedly, and it's only our opinions. Although there is significant evidence to support our opinions.
Significant.
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 I would say definitive.
Definitive. So, and I know how I know FluffTube, I know how you guys are about the WHO and WEF. Last time we even said their names and the abbreviations of these organizations, you banned us for a week, but who gives a damn? I mean, you gotta be truthful. You just gotta be truthful,
Yep. Truth is all that matters. And happy new year to you as well, Alpha Boss. Thanks for being here, brother. Always good to have you in the chat. Hey, everybody that's over there. We got 17 people live. Mama Mac, Sam Duty, Alpha Boss, Kayla, Crazy B. Thanks everybody for being here. A couple people on YouTube as well. Yesterday, the stream hit 100 live viewers, Dre. So that was an exciting little milestone.
On what? On Rumble?
We had 96 on Rumble and 4 on YouTube concurrently.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
bro.
it's pretty good. So we are moving upward slowly but surely. Thank you guys all for sharing the links. The more people you share this stuff with, the better chances we have of victory. Operation Victory 24. So thank you guys for that. Jumping back into this.
I might sit my black ass down for a few episodes and see how it might.
Oh, I think it was just because I would like put it all capitals, like like
I was just joking, bro.
UFO disclosure, because it was huge news. I was trying to pump it, but yeah, well.
The numbers might sound right.
Yo, you're funny, man. You're fucking funny. So this is episode 59 for the record. We are one episode away from 60. That's also exciting. Crazy. We're racking them up, knocking them down.
Crazy.
Yep. This is, we're talking about fun stuff. SOROS got swatted. Vivek coming up with the perfect term that the border is an invasion frontier.
Hold on.
Glossed over it a little bit there.
SOROS got swatted? For real? No, are you this real shit?
Grab the link. I'm like an octopus over here today because I got 2 mice. I got one mouse that's with left finger click and one mouse with right finger click. So I'm just going back and forth.
Because I seen something that said it, and you know how when you go on Google, just like FluffTube, and you type in something, usually it's going to be no, I swear they literally have articles like, no, Soros didn't get swatted. And it's like MSNBC, it's like, bro, like, okay, well, I guess he didn't. Well, hey,
I don't know if he was there or not, but his premises was sweeped, apparently.
Okay.
Jim Hoft again, 36. That's me, not 90. It's like my brain took that number and like inverted it or something. 93-year-old George Soros becomes latest victim in swatting prank call. Look at him.
Welcome to NGT's world. I mean,
Yeah.
her
Seriously.
and her daughters got swatted on
Yup.
freaking Christmas, though. You know?
Yeah, so many people got swatted. It's so ridiculous. In the latest of a series of high-profile swatting incidents, far-left billionaire George Soros became the victim of a prank call at his estate in Southampton, New York. Southampton Village Police responded to the call reportedly made just before 9 p.m. last Saturday. The unidentified caller claimed to have shot his wife and was threatening to delete them ourselves at the Soros mansion on Old Town Road. Police response teams, including detectives and officers, were dispatched to the scene only to determine that the call was indeed a hoax after securing the premises and confirming with on-site security.
Whoa, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah, the report turned out to be bogus. Southampton Police Detective Herman Lamison said Monday.
Now I understand why Lil Nas X said he wanted to take his horse to the Old Town Road. He's probably talking about going to George Soros' house.
Oh,
you put the two and two together. Hey,
that's crazy. Good call. That's a very interesting. What does it mean, people? And yeah, we saw, all the stuff coming out about the CIA being involved with hip hop and stuff like that. Tweet, what's up? What are you saying over there, Tweet? Yeah, spoke to security, searched the premises. It was a negative problem. One cop responding to the scene reported, according to a recording of police radio traffic obtained by the Post. So they apparently actually not only spoke to security and took their word for it, but searched the premises. I don't know if that means interior and exterior, or if it's just like a perimeter sweep. But yeah, like you mentioned, MTG and both of her daughters swatted on Christmas. Parents of Jack Posobiec were also swatted. Yep. And then Rep. Brandon Williams also in the afternoon on Christmas. But fortunately, no one was injured, and the police went away, much like Santa, with Christmas cookies.
Just to mobilize a SWAT team, do you know how much it cost? It costs a lot of money, man.
Yeah, like thousands.
It costs a lot, bro. Just to mobilize them and the vehicles that they use and the communications, and they're leaving their families to come, like that should be a freaking felony charge. If you call and you have SWAT mobilized against somebody and it's based on a false pretense, like that should be a serious charge. Because like, what if somebody gets killed on accident, like just because they were there and they accidentally, I don't know, I'm pissed off. I just left my family. It's Christmas.
Yeah,
I see something move, I squeeze. Now I'm being held to the highest, like I don't know. That should be that's a problem.
Instant jail time for swatting. For calling it,
Yeah, like damn, bro. And then people, what if you live in a complex and it was just an accident, like somebody doesn't like me because I'm an internet personality, but like what if you live in a complex and there's
neighbors through a wall?
Yeah, they don't want to hear that. Like you'll probably lose your lease. So you see how this could be like a trickle down effect, how it would affect people who don't actually own homes, or even if you own a home, the HOA. What if the HOA wants you going because of that?
Right. Yeah.
This
swatting
is a real big problem.
Right to jail right away.
Yeah, bro.
It's a huge problem. And they use all kinds of technical tricks to jump their IPs around and make it look like they're calling from different places, making them very difficult to locate and apprehend. What's up, jet lag? Welcome back. Yeah, so it's a tough situation.
That is.
And
that sucks.
yeah, it's messed up. Yeah, so Soros got swatted. Hilarious. Michelle Wu, the Democratic mayor of Boston who had the No Whites Allowed party, was also swatted. I didn't realize that.
Yeah, I actually seen the X post about her getting swatted, so I did see that. Man,
Interesting.
no matter what side of the aisle you're on, bro, if you're not a potential threat to your family or to the public, man, I don't want to see nobody get swatted. Like
Right.
I'm a human being. That's messed up.
The rules of war apply.
Yeah. When they come, they're not coming to F around. Like, they're dead ass serious. Like, they're on it. Like, they're maybe after they have the situation at hand under control and everybody's cuffed, then they come down and, you know what I'm saying, like, you're treated like a human being. But, you know, when it starts, if you ever been part of being swatted, bro, it's really intense, dude. And I just don't agree with that, man. I don't want nobody to get hurt. That's crazy.
Definitely.
You know,
Yeah,
that's
it's
crazy.
dirty. It's dirty. And you know, there's on our side we believe in chivalry. Although during the revolution there are congressional, you know, letters confirming that George Washington did give Lord Sterling permission to use terror tactics against the British. So there is that. You know, sometimes shit gets to a breaking point.
Yeah.
The tweet is like down by my feet somewhere. I don't know. Where are you? Creepy little creep tweet. Yeah. And her AG in Massachusetts or something also said, oh, it wasn't racist to have the No Whites Allowed party.
I don't know what I don't know what. Okay, whatever. I mean, hey, shit. I mean, they reclassify words and meanings every day is something new. I mean, you can't obviously you can't even say the word woman. It has to be birth giving person or something like that in Congress.
Yeah,
So,
birthing person.
Yeah, birthing person. So like, hey, I guess
those chest feeders out there.
Hey, I guess it was just non-inclusive to everybody.
Yeah,
I guess that's what you could call it. I mean, you know, when you have a party and you literally state no white people allowed, I would pretty much say that's racist shit. I mean, what if a Republican had a party and said no Negroes allowed, no black people allowed? Do you know how that shit would be all over the front
exactly.
page? It's like reverse racism is going on right now. I don't.
Yeah, it's almost like reversed racism is racism itself. You know?
Yeah. You know,
it's almost something like that. Something like that. Sorry, I'm trying to find the bird.
It's all
over
good.
here.
It's all good, bro. I mean, it's all confusing. Just like, you know, bro, trying to find the bird and the camera vision that went off. This shit all just does not make sense.
I just deactivated my camera while I was searching for a second. Where the hell did Loki go?
Man. So the holiday swatting continued with George Washington University law professor Jonathan Turley, Georgia Lieutenant Burt Jones. Damn, and Hunter Biden laptop figure John Paul Mac Isaac. Man, they just swatted everybody, bro.
Rick Scott from Florida too.
Yeah, hey, bro, hold on. This was like an organizational thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this wasn't just one person. Like, there's like,
yeah, this is like a campaign.
Hell yeah, there's like 20 of these motherfuckers was hired by somebody. You know what I'm saying? It might have been Mr. Soros himself. Like, just swat me also, so it won't look like I've done anything. We have to make it look straight across the board. You know, this is like a campaign of swatters just sitting behind a, you know, just tapping. You know, this was not no regular stuff. What is that?
Exactly.
Like 15 people? Like, holy shit.
So many people. All right. Oh, I'm back. I located the bird. Sorry about that. And yeah, Rick Scott, also from Florida. Maine Secretary of State Shenna Bellows, the one who just was like did the Trump thing, took him off the ballot.
I understand that one. Okay, I gotta admit it.
Ed Hoskins in the chat says they hope someone will
Oh, snap.
die during one of these things, and that is the truth. They definitely
And it better
see
spark
stock.
one of the biggest organizational investigations that we've ever seen as far as cybersecurity, and those people better be brought in front of the people and basically right to jail, straight to jail.
Yep. I
Straight
just
to
want to
jail.
also say
Because
Mandy is a birth
that's
in
ultimately
person.
what's going to happen. That's ultimately what's going to happen. Like, what do you think happens if they SWAT Trump?
Bruh, they don't get
Black Swan
anywhere
event?
near. They don't get anywhere near because Secret Service is like,
Oh
no.
yeah, no.
Yeah. You are not permitted entry. We have it locked down, you know.
Ain't nobody
That would be
here. There's no
crazy though.
threats. That would be crazy, bro.
The FBI raided him. Same thing, and Secret Service allowed it to happen, I guess.
It
So you know,
Crazy, bro.
pretty.
Sucks.
I think that was a setup though, because he already had the safe all emptied out, and you know,
Yeah.
had to made sure all the footage was deleted
The
or whatever.
document that they really wanted, I already removed it. Not gonna get it.
Crossfire Hurricane. I have all the evidence. I don't say that. Some people say I have all the evidence.
Just saying.
Yep.
Too late.
Oh, look at this. Last month, authorities have exposed a national swatting ring, like you're saying, linked to Lulz Sec, a notorious black hat hacking group. The investigation still underway reveals a disturbing trend of children being recruited by the group and paid substantial sums in Bitcoin for their involvement in these dangerous pranks. Oh no, my daddy just shot some, like somebody just, calling in and saying crazy shit on the phone, like as little kids. The police are going to take that seriously. That'll make them real jumpy when they show up. Yeah, so here's a press conference about that investigation. If anybody's interested, the link for this site will be in the description of the show afterwards. Make sure to post all the links.
Yeah, and I apologize, y'all. I wasn't here yesterday. I had some stuff to attend to as far as the new BI reporting for small business owners. So that was a hassle. And but I just didn't know that this was a true story. So I apologize to anybody who watched the stream yesterday that you had to sit through like 20 minutes of this. But I really had to see this one. Okay. You know how I feel about Mr. Soros. We and him we are not like this at all. Matter of fact, we're like this. We're far apart on thought patterns. So.
We're like this.
Yeah. So
Yep. Exactly. I mean, it's an interesting story. So let's jump to our next little video here. Just a funny little.
What are two clips that give off the same energy?
It's day 9,610 of being a human.
Oh my God. Not wrong. No.
We lost him. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'll warn you next time, bro. I'll warn you next time. There won't be next time, probably. Love you. But we get cut from Mulvaney to a clip from The Office or something with this dude turning around with the creepy like mask on his face, looking totally non-human. So yeah, pretty accurate. They give off the
that
same
was
thing.
hate. That was hate speech in action.
Oh my God, dude. Yeah, these people are crazy, mentally handicapped. But we don't need to talk about that. I just want to mention real quick, they're using the 14th Amendment, Section 3 to take Trump off the ballot here. And I mentioned this in Discord the other day, but it specifically says that anybody who's taken an oath as a member of Congress or an officer of the United States, if they have engaged in insurrection or rebellion, they can be removed from the ballot, rendered ineligible to run, basically. But I wanted to point out that the specific language used there, insurrection or rebellion, they're quite specifically referencing U.S. code from Title 18, the criminal code, rebellion or insurrection, the same two words connected by an or. They're specifically talking about the criminal charge, rebellion and insurrection. So, if in order, legally speaking, the only way in a system where somebody is innocent until proven guilty that you can say somebody engaged in insurrection or rebellion or any crime, put in their breaking and entering, put in their murder, anything, the only way you can say that is if they've been convicted and charged and convicted. So
Right.
clearly it doesn't take a lawyer to understand that if you're innocent until proven guilty. So what I'm saying is that Trump needs to personally sue the Supreme Court members of Colorado, the Secretary of State of Maine, because these people are slandering him with false criminal allegations when he is innocent of the crimes that they're saying. Insurrection is a crime. Title 18 U.S. Code, subsection 2383, rebellion or insurrection. It's a crime.
Well,
But go ahead.
bro, I honestly think that he has so much money, time, resources, and energy tied into the current cases that he has already, and he's probably just the hell with him. I think that if he reigns supreme on some of these cases, I mean, if Supreme Court Justice Mr. Clarence, Uncle Clarence, as I call him, if he's able to stay living, because there have been threats. And we actually went over that article that say that Supreme Court justices have been threatened, but they would not say the name of the Supreme Court justice that has been
Right.
threatened. And I'm pretty sure that Uncle Clarence was the one that they are. Clarence Thomas. I could almost bet my money on it that is the Supreme Court justice that has received the threat. So I'm hoping that, his security detail is really tight and nothing happens to him. And
Big time.
when these cases go to, the Supreme Court and they ultimately win and he reigns supreme, I think that would be one of his first actions that he takes. I think that he just wants to handle these cases and get them taken care of, get them knocked down in the Supreme Court. And after that, I guarantee you there's going to be a lot of people that's going to have to pay some money out. Guaranteed.
For sure.
The legislation and the laws clearly state as to what applies and what doesn't. And it's just a lot of things that are applying to him that shouldn't apply in a regular world. But, unfortunately, these are the extremes that they are willing to, the extreme precautions are, I don't know what you even would, they're just willing to do anything. Okay. They're willing to do whatever they have to do to make sure that he does not reach that White House again. And
yep,
we just gotta hope that history is on his side when it comes to Supreme Court.
Yep, and
Because
Providence
the states will find him guilty. The states are gonna let's just go ahead and we all have to agree the states are going to find him guilty somehow, some way. I just don't see any way of how he's gonna win a case especially against Jack Smith. I just don't see it. You know what I mean? A very extraordinary circumstance is going to have to take place. Maybe him dumping the documents of Hurricane, bam, just dumping them on him, and showing his case. That's the only thing that I could literally see where this is definitive proof that this happened. This is from our Space Force. There's no reason for them to lie. You know what I'm saying? Here are the documents. Besides for that, then that's the only thing. And then they'll probably try to incriminate him for having those specific documents. That's how crazy of a world we're in. It will not be about him actually being right and not being guilty. It'd be well, he wasn't supposed to have those documents anyway. So then they'll probably make it about that. It's just he's just ultimately screwed. No way. It's he's just screwed. No way. It's all on the Supreme Court, basically. It's basically all on the Supreme Court. That's how I feel right now. I hope
we
that
could
I'm
also
wrong.
see the Supreme Court say that Jack Smith is not was not constitutionally appointed.
Oh yeah, I
Uh,
forgot about that. You're
Yeah,
right.
so there's that other
Yeah,
angle there that could come into play. That would be
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, he could
yeah.
drop the Crossfire Hurricane documents, wrangled up by Kash Patel and Devin Nunes and et cetera, or he could drop election information as well. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, but I think that like 1776, Providence is on our side, and we will prevail.
Well, there's a good thing that actually happened in the Georgia case today. They ruled that the election workers in Georgia were not bullied. So basically, I believe Rudy Giuliani is going to be able to take that case and basically say, here's the evidence. We weren't doing this to smear these people or to bully the election workers. We were just trying to present a case which is fair and legal to do. And so, shout out to Rudy Giuliani. You know what I'm saying? He's going to be able to take this particular case that was ruled on today and take it to, because he appealed this entire case, which is crazy to say he owes somebody $148 million for
it's
just taking
outrageous.
like video. And then like they didn't even allow him to put the video evidence into the evidence for, the courts to see. So, now they have a case that was actually ruled on to say, no, these people were not bullied. We didn't.
Is this the voter GA case? I had seen an article about it.
Yeah.
I can't find it.
Yep.
I thought I had grabbed it. Oh, B Hizzy's on it?
Yeah, that.
Yeah, he's
all
over
like
it.
Ahead of bro. I was like, he got some good contacts. He be like the first to report shit like after it formally comes out. Like it seems like it's always him reporting it. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. He be on like, I don't know, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, let's see. Breaking: federal judge in Georgia has ruled that the election integrity organization True the Vote, that's what it was, True the Vote, did not violate the Voting Rights Act when they questioned the authenticity of many voters in the 2020 and 2021 Georgia Senate runoff elections. Okay, yeah, that's good news. Really good news. Truth is on our side. So this is all inevitable. True the Vote. Yeah, here we are. Here's the article that I had. Oh no, that's not the one either. Damn. Okay, well, I'll find it when I find it.
I mean,
yeah,
it's all good, but
we got the news right there.
We got the news. Yeah, we got the freaking news. So
be hizzy.
Yeah.
Tweet. We are obsessed
that's some good things, to look forward to.
Oh, I had this on screen. Sorry about that. Yeah, we're here with B Hizzy. Sorry.
Yep.
Didn't realize it was not on screen. Sorry, go ahead. Didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's like, we know that something was officially ruled upon in the state of Georgia, which is something that, people that are involved in this whole thing could say, okay, well, if this is a clear and indicating factor that something basically went wrong. You know what I mean? Like something went wrong, and nobody's admitting it. You're not going to get the big news outlets besides for Fox talking about it. But
even though we all know the truth,
yeah, at least that there are cases that's coming out that are ruling in favor and saying, we're not saying that it was stolen, but some things definitely didn't go correct. So, shout out to this judge who ruled over this case, and we'll see what happens from the fallout from this case.
Yep, it's going to be exciting. In other news, multiple explosions were reported on Roosevelt Island in New York City's East River. Right when I was going to bed this morning at like 7 a.m. I jumped on Veteran Bikers YouTube stream that he was on, and I saw him reporting on this. There were explosions coming from under the manholes in this area in Roosevelt Island.
What are they like what's going on? And see, like when these events happen, it's like like they report like the actual acting, like what happened, but you never hear exactly what happened. Like, why did this happen? Like what's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on, bro? Like, come on, bro. Like, then they had like I don't know. It's just like a lot of these cases, you never hear the follow up on what happened. Just like the explosion at the house in Virginia, you know, with the Chinese national who actually turned out to be, he was actually an American citizen. He was just originally from China. Like, what happened with that? Like, we never end up hearing what happened. The plane that crashed on I-26 in Asheville, North Carolina. Like, what happened with that? Like, we never hear the follow up. We only hear the initial report. It leads us to think that there's some shit going on in the country that we don't know about, that somebody ain't telling us about. Starting to get a little worried. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like, this shit's kind of worrisome, you know?
Yep. Yeah. So something's going on, and I'm trying to find the video. It was Natural News a day or two ago. Mike Adams was talking about how he's predicting all kinds of crazy shit to pop off, basically, like massive attacks. I'm just trying to find this video right now.
So the actually Mayor Adams himself is coming out and saying, like, yeah, Black Swan event is for sure going to happen in New York, huh?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Yeah, you know, I watched there's a clinical study that was done, and then they created it into a mini series that came out, and it's called "You Are What You Eat." And
oh God,
like,
sounds brutal.
Yeah, so actually, you know, like, you kind of got to know him as a human being, and one of the things I found out about Mayor Adams is that the dude almost died, bro. Like,
Damn.
he is a non-meat eating vegan because he almost died. Like, he had diabetes. He didn't know it. He was short. He had shortness of breath. He thought he was having a heart attack. He went to the hospital, and they said, like, if he wouldn't have came, like, he would have passed. And then they told him that he's going to have to be a diabetic for the rest of his life and take medications, and that they're going to have to cut off, like, parts of his toes. And like, he just was like, that I'm not going for it. So he changed his whole diet, started working out, and that's why you see him. He's so healthy today. So I actually gained, like, some respect for him, and like I don't know. It's so messed up that people get put in a situation to where they have to enforce policies that probably, like, our federal government makes them want to enforce, and he has no choice. And then, like, it takes away the humanity of a person, and we just, like, I just see them as like an object instead of a human being. And, like,
who are we talking about again?
That, we're talking about Mayor Adams, the mayor for New York.
Gotcha. New York, yeah. He's in a tough place.
He's in a tough place. And, like, after watching that last night, like, damn, this dude almost died. You know what I mean? And, like, talking about how he was overweight and, like, how he got sick, and then how he, just by him changing his diet, like, he literally changed back his genetic clock due to how
epigenetics,
his diet. Yeah, bro. So, like, I was like, damn, like, this. I realized, like, damn, I've been judging this dude based upon policies he has no control over, that he has to enforce, that our federal government is making him enforce. Like, and like, I felt bad, bro.
Like, I don't have the choice. I'm not allowed to deport these people, is what he's
saying. Yeah. Like, I felt bad. It's like, damn, like, I felt like a horrible human being. Like, the dude is still. That's one thing we still have to realize. Is like,
it's okay. Don't feel bad, because he did campaign on a sanctuary city. You know, he promoted it.
Yeah.
So
he did
what he asked for.
Yeah. Just for me, it's good to see the human side of somebody, bro, and to actually get to know them as a person, and it might change their perception and perspective, based upon just getting to know somebody. And so,
right. We all want the same stuff in the end, happy.
Yeah, we do.
Prosperous.
Yeah.
Unless you're a lizard person, extinctionist.
I know they're probably gonna get on me in the chat right now, but I ain't gonna lie, damn it, I'm a human being. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, I am a
human being. Day 9,647 of being a human.
It's just like, damn, like, when you actually get to know somebody, it's like, damn, you never know what you never know what somebody's been through, bro.
Yep. So, speaking of the chaos of everything that's going on, and wondering what the hell is actually happening with these explosions going off here, let's watch this little video, see what's going on.
What's going on below the city? That's crazy.
Yep.
Manholes just blowing up.
Manholes blowing up. Buildings shaking.
Brody, like,
there was like tons of cop cars.
Bro, do you realize there was an earthquake in Japan Washington, D.C. and Los Angeles all on the same day.
Almost like some
Yesterday.
kind of directed energy weapon, probably
Hey,
from Alaska.
and it made sense because I don't know if anybody's seen, about the huge waves that were coming out of the Pacific.
Yeah, I
onto
got that in our
California.
list too.
Yeah,
Poseidon's fun with Cali.
Yeah, so it's basically like, okay, well, if these huge waves were coming, then that should have been a sign that there's an earthquake coming because the tectonic plates makes the ocean move. So like it all made sense after everything
call.
happened. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, really good call.
Yeah, man, I don't. Hey, man, hey, wars, rumors of wars. The ground will shake, builds will. It's a little biblical to me. I'm just saying. Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Oh man, and I don't want to scare anybody too much, but you got to be aware of what may potentially happen. So let's end on YouTube and jump over to Rumble so we can really unleash a little bit. Sound good? All right. For everybody on YouTube, I already have the Rumble link in the video description, but let me pop it into the chat real quick for you guys, just to make it easy for you. And there's the proof. It is now in the chat. All right. We will see you guys on the flip side. Hopefully you'll join us on Rumble, but if you can't, we apologize, and we'll look forward to talking with you tomorrow. Ooh.